Good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to the Dear Love Podcast. You can catch us at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Listen Notes, Google Music, Podbean, all that good stuff. You already know how this go. Let's get right into it. I was doing some thinking of like the time that I was in school, which I always do, y'all know that. But when you lace up your shoes and put your clothes on and you go out the door that day, did you plan on being a bully? That's an honest question because I think about people who get bullied in school and people who get beat up and stuff like that. And for some reason, I always felt like they were a different like species altogether. Cause like for you to get up and actually go to school and terrorize people or make people do your homework, it just don't seem to mesh very well with me. Another thing I thought about as far as that is, okay, so does the bully have a place that they live? Do they live by themselves? Do they live with their parents? Like these are things that you should know because honestly, how you bullying and you live with somebody, or how you bullying somebody and you got to go home to your mom or go home to your dad and they ask you how was school? Like, do they know that you bullying? Then it made me think about the kid that's actually getting bullied. Like, how do they feel? You know, what precautions can they take to make sure that this doesn't happen? Because a lot of kids get bullied and they really don't know what to do about it. But see, I'm a different type of breed because if you bully me, it's going to be a whole nother world. I mean, I'm talking about, I done seen enough 007 movies and I just seen Angel Has Fallen. I'm ready. You know, I'm combat ready. I've been practicing. I've been doing push-ups. I've been doing sit-ups. I'm ready for the bully. You know what I mean? No, but honestly, I really I think it's certain tactics that you can use to stop bullying. I mean, first of all, they picking on the people I would think with low self-esteem because they don't think that they'll do anything or say anything. But that's fine because the greatest people have been bullied and went on to be millionaires, man. That's why I live by that laugh now, cry later, because you could do all of that stuff right now, think you look good, think you winning, you know, you got it all going on, and then you end up working for somebody that you were bullying. Or you end up, you know, with the short end. I just like really believe in doing what you're supposed to do, trying to grow and more than get this money, man, get this power. You know what I'm saying? And be something. But again, it starts with school. I hear so many people, even students that I see now, or kids that they act like they don't know what they want to do. I mean, stay in school. Like as cliche as that sound, that's what you need to do. Stay in school and learn. Get all the knowledge that you can. Think about movies, you know, that came out where a person worked a little job just to get enough equipment, you know, to do what they wanted to do. And now they, you know, they doing their own thing. So at the end of the day, it's really about staying in school. I mean, you could do so much from the school systems. Like I said before, get in touch with certain people. Like superintendents have power. You know, get in touch with these people who are connected through different school zones and let that be your playground. Let that be your, you know, your hub to the information that you're giving out, whether you're trying to be a speaker or anything, even if it's modeling, you know, come up with something, you know, modeling for kids or modeling for schools, you know, up and coming models, start some type of program where, I mean, how many kids in school, you know, that want to be models, or if somebody just tell them, hey, you're really beautiful. Have you thought about taking pictures? Have you thought about modeling? Like you can get people, man, you can start a whole community, man, and just and be that person. Now imagine that. All that from getting bullied. Dear Love, episode 75. I was the weird one in class because I never really witnessed like firsthand people getting bullied. But now that I think about it, I probably was a bully somewhat to someone before and it wasn't really that cool. I was a big wrestling fan Still, I am still, but like I really was into Stone Cold Steve Austin. So when in middle school, at this time they had something. It was called like the Hardcore Championship, where it had to be defended 24/7. So that's how it was on TV. So we made belts for school. I mean, because why else do you go to school? Of course, not to learn, right? We want to wrestle and have fun. So we made the 24/7 belt. I had a friend who made the belt. He made it look good. He had all of the markers and, the paper. We cut it out, all of that stuff. So, we had to act a fool. Who was the champion? I wasn't the champion at first. It was somebody, but like people were actually getting suspended for some of the stuff we were doing. Because again, instead of going to class and doing what we supposed to do, we in there wrestling. So like somebody would be in class, literally in class, learning like they supposed to. And here comes somebody busting in the room, WWE. And we start wrestling in the middle of matching the teacher, hey. And everybody it's like everybody was in on it. So one time during gym is where it really used to go down. So we at gym, we playing, and we had little benches that you sit on. So I forgot what actually happened, but I ended up like jumping off of the bench and like catching him and doing a Stone Cold Stunner, and he passed out. Like he was knocked out for real. And everybody was like, oh. So we all just looking and we like, wake up. And he didn't wake up. So we tried hitting him with water. I mean, he was really knocked out. So we had to go get the teacher. And the teacher like, well, what was y'all doing? And, everybody said we in there playing and wrestling and all of that stuff, of course. And I didn't get suspended or anything, but I definitely got in trouble. And when he got up, like when he came to, he was like, where am I? And he couldn't remember. And then when he found out he was trying to fight, and me getting serious, it's like, Teray, how can you be serious when you actually, you stunnered them? Like this is we in school. You know what I'm saying? Another time, again in middle school, I never forget. I was in 6th grade. It was a guy, and he was like, I don't know if he was gay or not, but he would say little things that I didn't like. And like, I mean, I don't have no problem. Again, I have no problem with gay people. I have gay friends. But at this time, I just really, I don't remember what happened, if I was late to class or what it was. And I remember him saying something like, yeah, daddy, or something crazy, right? So I smacked him in his face and I stood there and looked at him. And he looked at me and we just like stared at each other. And you know how everybody try to hype it up? Ooh, but I like smacked the nigga in his face. And I mean hard. Did I say? I didn't mean to say that. Try to keep this nice and PG. So I smacked him in his face, and he just looked at me, and I looked at him, and the teacher came. I mean, I was kind of a hothead in school, but so I can't say that I was free from bullying people. So I do apologize for the things that I've done in school. Because I wouldn't want nobody to go through that. I wouldn't want nobody to be bullied or feel like they can't go to a safe place where it should be a safe place, somewhere like school where you could learn and get your education, because that's what we there for, instead of bullying, But yeah, we keeping it, brief this week, because it's just, I just wanted to touch on the bullying aspect, on how I feel like it is wrong, and things that we can do to make it better. We just gotta, again, stick together, think of a common goal, a way we can get some money, because everybody want to get paid, right? So what's the point in fighting when we can all just get paid? Come together, think of some plans that you can do and make it happen, Dear Love, T. Shaw, I'm out of here.